Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, as today we're going to be talking about Kailer Yamamoto re-signing with the Edmonton Oilers as he signed a 2-year deal worth $6.2 million, which I gotta say is not a bad deal. Wish it was a little longer, but not bad. But before we get into all the details, I'd like to just say, if you are new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button and hit that like button as well. That'll be very much appreciated there, boys. So, let's get into talking about Kailer Yamamoto and the Oilers cap situation that we're in right now, because with Kailer Yamamoto signed, we just have enough cap space to make do. Of course, we still need a depth forward, which, of course, we need to sign Ryan McLeod. We're all good on the defensive end. It looks like we're not going to be improving on our defensive end, which is kind of a bummer. I think we're really going to rely on Broberg and Slater Cuckoo jumping into that top 6 slot, but we're talking about Kailer Yamamoto here. So I did the math. We about have, $335,000 in our cap space right now, without Ryan McLeod signed and Klefbom and Smith on LTIR, which doesn't leave us with a whole lot of money to sign Ryan McLeod. Of course, that's the last guy that we need to sign. So it really does look like that there will be a trade coming sooner or later. Most likely Fogle. People have been talking about Puljujarvi, but I really feel like Fogle will most likely be the guy that will be leaving. But if anything, Puljujarvi is probably one of the easier guys to trade because he only has a 1-year deal. Of course, you guys know me. I would absolutely hate to lose Puljujarvi in this situation, but we're not here to talk about what ifs, who we're going to be trading, because honestly, I don't know. We could trade away Fogle, we could trade away Barry, but until we get to that, that time where, Holland makes up his mind on who he wants to trade, we really won't know until then. So let's talk about Kailer Yamamoto's deal and what I like and what he's going to bring to the team towards this upcoming season. So this deal, honestly, very fair value for Kailer Yamamoto. $3.1 million for the next 2 years is honestly not that bad of a deal for Yamamoto. Now, I wish it was longer term. As you guys all know, this was probably around the kind of expected spot that I was thinking Yamamoto was going to sign at the $3 million range. Now, I was hoping that it was going to be 3 to 4 years, just because when you're trying to bridge a contract, you want to give him a little bit longer term. Now, he might a little bit, a little handcuffed, but I wish we got him to longer term. And that was the same with Darnell Nurse. We signed him to 2 years, and that was the same thing with what Ken Holland did to Nurse, is what he's kind of doing to Yamamoto. I wish we were able to get him to a longer term just so we don't have to worry about him. Probably get him to around the same years of Evander Kane. So if Yamamoto does pop off, we gotta have him at a really nice term and a really nice deal. But I think Yamamoto is betting on himself that he's gonna really blow up in the next 2 years. So he's like, I want a 2-year deal. I want to, I'm gonna blow up over the next 2 years. So when it comes to my next paycheck, I'll be given, a decent, amount of money. So I think that's really what he's going for. And honestly, I think Yamamoto could potentially hit it. Now, over the past few years, Yamamoto has been okay. There's been a lot to like about Yamamoto, but there's a lot to talk about Yamamoto. His 5-on-5 play is very alright with Yamamoto. He's definitely not the best defensive guy in the world, and he's definitely not the best offensive guy in the world. He's a good two-way guy, but he's not, spectacular. Last year, he kind of struggled right at the beginning of the season. Yamamoto really just did not have a phenomenal season last year, to say the least. The year before that, even though he wasn't posting a lot of points, he was generating a lot of opportunities and playing really well defensively. This past season, he was just alright. Near the tail end of the season, he was just blowing up. Near the tail end of the season, he was scoring goals. He was producing tons of offense. Yamamoto was just the guy we absolutely needed him to be, especially near the end. Like the first half of the season, he only had 16 points in 42 games. He wasn't playing that well. He just wasn't able to generate any offense. And then, the second half of the season, once I'm able to load this up, because, hockey reference is sometimes a pain in the butt. But the second half of the season, he was phenomenal. He was really bringing his A game. He really started producing a lot better once Woodcroft became the head coach of the team. And after Woodcroft came in, he had 25 points in 39 games. And if we get this type of Yamamoto going into next season, I mean, the sky is the limits. And he was all right during the playoffs as well, 7 points in 14 games as well. He did quite well in the playoffs. And I think he played a lot better underneath Jay Woodcroft as well, to note as well. And I think Yamamoto will do really well, because even when he was in Bakersfield, I thought he played really well with Jay Woodcroft when he was down in Bakersfield. So I'm really excited to see what Yamamoto will be able to do towards this upcoming season, because he finished the year red hot. He finished off with 20 goals on the season in 81 games. 41 points. He was looking really good, did pretty well in the playoffs. And of course, I'm not, going to totally diss Yamamoto. There's a lot to like about Yamamoto. He's a great forechecker. He's hard on the pace. He's just a guy that is a very great complementary player who plays great alongside of Leon Draisaitl. Like I said, his 5-on-5 play is okay, and I think that might improve. He was great back in 1920, and I think that will take a step up this year, especially with Jay Woodcroft being the head coach. But he's a great aggressive forechecker. He's going to play pretty good on the PK. He's going to finish his opportunities, and he's going to generate a little bit of offense while playing pretty well defensively. So I think this is a pretty good deal. I wish it was a little longer on the term. Now, of course, we'll talk about a little bit about the cap situation, as we already kind of did. Now we're going to have to move out somebody. People were talking about Foegele. I think Foegele is the easiest guy to move, either that or Puljujarvi. I would recommend us not trading away Puljujarvi, because I think that would just be absolutely dumb and idiotic to trade that guy away, especially since we need right wingers right now. I think Puljujarvi should not be a guy that we focus on trading. I think a guy that we should be focusing on trading is either Foegele or Tyson Barrie. I think those two guys are very easy and expendable, especially with Evan Bouchard coming up, and then you don't really need Foegele. You got Matthijs Janmark that can easily take Fogel's spot, and we could just have somebody else like Dylan Holloway or one of our younger guys fill in that spot as well. So I like the Yamamoto deal. It's quite nice, fair value for Mr. Yamamoto, and I hope he plays absolutely fantastic coming up towards this upcoming season. And I'm definitely getting that hockey fever here, boys. The more days we get by, I'm getting that hockey fever, boys. So for right now, guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Adios, amigos.